All right, let's talk about one of the biggest shakeups happening in tech right now. We're diving deep into how artificial intelligence is completely redefining what it means to be a software engineer. This isn't some future prediction, it's happening as we speak, and it's forcing literally everyone in the industry to ask some pretty fundamental questions about their jobs, their skills, and their identity.
And this right here, this is the question at the absolute heart of it all. For decades, a developer's identity, their whole sense of craft, has been tied to the act of writing code. But now, with AI getting scarily good at implementation, that core identity is being put to the test. So, if the machine is writing the code, what's left for us to do?
So, here's our game plan. We're going to kick things off by looking at the revolution that's already here. Then we'll break down exactly where AI is plugging in. After that, we'll explore the two very different paths this is creating for engineers. We'll talk about this big shift from being a coder to a conductor, and we'll wrap up with some real actionable advice for your career, no matter where you are on your journey.
Okay, first up, the revolution itself. The core idea here is a massive shift in our roles. We're moving away from being just the person who physically types out the lines of code to becoming someone who strategically directs all this amazing technology to get the job done.
Yeah, generative AI is not a futuristic concept anymore. It's basically a new team member. It's a direct collaborator in the development cycle. It can help you flesh out an idea, turn it into solid requirements, and then go ahead and generate the code, the tests, and hey, even the documentation. This isn't about replacing us. It's about making us faster, smarter, and way more effective.
So let's get a bit more specific. Where is AI actually making its mark? The answer is pretty much everywhere. It's weaving itself into the entire process of creating software from start to finish.
You've probably all seen the classic software development lifecycle, the SDLC. These 6 stages are the bedrock of building anything. But what's so incredible now is that AI is becoming a powerful assistant in every single one of these stages, from figuring out what to build to designing it, all the way to keeping it running smoothly years later. Of course, the most obvious impact is right here, in the code itself. AI-powered tools are like supercharged autocompletes, predicting what you need next. Better yet, they can synthesize entire chunks of code from just a simple sentence. This is huge. It means we spend less time on the boring, repetitive stuff and more of our brain power on solving the really hard, creative problems.
And it's not just about writing code faster, it's about writing better code. AI is turning into this incredibly vigilant partner that helps us with quality. It can automatically sniff out bugs and security risks, and even create really smart test cases to make sure our software is solid and secure.
Now, this is where it gets really powerful. AI is stepping up to help with a high-level strategy. It can suggest the best architecture for a complex system, help manage schedules, and even, get this, automate documentation, which is, let's be honest, a task nobody loves.
Okay, so this brings us to a really crucial point. With all these powerful new tools, developers are basically at a fork in the road, and how you choose to use AI will completely change your results. It's the difference between getting something mediocre and achieving a level of precision you've never seen before. I love this comparison because it's so true. On one side, you have the vending machine user. They treat AI like a black box, toss in a vague request, and then are surprised when they get a messy, half-baked result that takes hours to fix. But then you have the co-pilot user. They act like a true professional. They give the AI incredibly precise instructions, they orchestrate the work, and then they verify the output. And look at the difference in accuracy. It's just staggering. This quote just nails it. The real magic isn't in the AI tool itself. It's in the skill of the human who's directing it. That massive leap from 70% to 98% accuracy, that's not a better AI. That's a better engineer. Your ability to create a crystal clear blueprint is what unleashes the AI's real potential. So all of this is leading us to a brand new and, frankly, more powerful identity for developers. It's time to think of ourselves less as the person hunched over the keyboard and more as the conductor standing at the podium leading an entire orchestra of technology. This is it, the new identity, the strategic orchestrator. You're not just a code producer anymore, you're the creative director of code. Your job isn't to crank out every single line. Your job is to direct the AI, to orchestrate its work, and most importantly, to verify that the final product meets the absolute highest standards. You're the leader. And look, nobody becomes a master strategist overnight. It's a journey. Most of us start out as skeptics, right? A little hesitant, but then you start playing with it. You become an explorer.
Soon, it's a collaborator you work with every day. And eventually, you become a true strategist, someone who can confidently orchestrate multiple AI tools to solve incredibly complex problems. Okay, so that's the big picture. But what does this actually mean for your career right now? Let's get down to brass tacks with some real advice, whether you're a junior developer or a seasoned architect. If you're early in your career, listen up because the game has totally changed. Don't just obsess over memorizing syntax, go deeper. Focus on the timeless fundamentals like software architecture. Your most valuable skill is learning to speak AI, writing those super clear specs. And here's a pro tip. Use AI as an accelerator. Build 10, even 20 small projects in the time it used to take to build one. The breadth of experience you'll gain will be invaluable.
Now, for all the seniors and architects out there, your role is to lead this massive transition. Your value is shifting away from the nitty-gritty implementation details and up to high-level strategic design. Your most critical skill is now translating complex business needs into flawless specs for the AI. You have to be the champion for accountability, making sure every line of AI-generated code is rigorously reviewed. Because at the end of the day, you, not the tool, are responsible for the final product.
And that really brings us to the final, most important thought. AI can generate code at a scale we've never even imagined, but it can't take responsibility. It can't be held accountable when something goes wrong. That remains our job. The future of software engineering isn't about who can type the fastest. It's about who can think the clearest, plan the best, and ultimately take ownership.